Having your vibrations raised is truly a great gift. There are multiple ways to raise your vibrations, and not many people really understand how to do that. And let's go ahead and talk about how to get it raised and the best ways to keep it in. Now, it's not always gonna be perfect. There are moments in our life when we're just gonna like deal with crap where our vibes aren't always going to be all the way up as what we want it. But here's ways to keep it up at least most of the time. Now, I'm not saying that it's gonna be perfect. I'm just being realistic here. So here's ways to raise your vibrations. You can't eat healthy foods. You know, like raw foods, fruits, veggies. It's pretty obvious that these foods have a higher vibe. Their aura is not then opposed to meat, because meat has like toxic energy. It's a lower vibe, and what these animals had felt during what happened to them, that energy is still there, and that can be imprinted on your aura, and it can affect you like with your disease or cancer and all this other toxic things, and even message you spiritually and mentally. You aren't really that focused and don't really have much of a clear mind, and you can also have a negative mindset where you're not physically feeling so well and you're feeling too heavy or too bloated from these lower vibrational foods. So when you eat higher vibrational foods like fruits and veggies, you gain more energy, you feel more uplifted and more happier and more well grounded. And one of the best ways to even raise the vibration of your food, especially water, is you pray to it. And this is something that I remind myself to do like more often. Like sometimes I kind of like forget, but I tend to have been doing it more often. I would pray to my food and beverage. But even sometimes when I'm not even eating like raw foods, it's one of the greatest things that you can do. Now, as for water, water responds to sound, and we already know that it's in our DNA. So it's like the same thing. We listen to certain kind of music. You could obviously pray to water, or place lemon in it for lemon water, and then that can also give you a lot of energy. There are many benefits on lemon water. Now, as for like your thoughts and what you're feeling and what you hear, it responds to that in your body. So almost a year now, I've been like listening to a lot more pop music, a lot more trance, and Zen music, which is one of my favorite genres, and I enjoy it. Like I do love metal. I listen to a different kind of metal and other kind of music like pagan folk and Celtic and alternative rock and J rock and such. But more trance music has been invited to my life because it's very uplifting. It's when I first started listening to trance music, which was I think Arctic Moon. I started to feel more connected to that starseed side of myself, which is pretty cool. And I guess it kind of like just certain music that can actually like awaken those parts of your DNA. So I still love metal, and I still listen to it. I listen to a lot of Motionless in White, but like, um, ironically, some metal bands can actually like help let go a lot of steam. It helps you like let go so much. Like people can really listen to while they're working out in a gym or at home, and it can really help them raise their vibes. Like Slipknot, like listen to their music, it actually helps me become well grounded. So it's that energy that is corresponding that towards the root chakra, and I think that's pretty cool. Like it's very unique. Like I never really sit down to have a longer thought about it, but it is very unique. And it's true that there was also a discovery like on an article that spoke about like there are people who have listened to a lot more metal to like let go so much steam, and I think that's pretty cool. And they're right. So Another way to raise your vibrations is meditation. Like, this is very common, and you do it also yoga and Chi Gong, you know, meditation. There's multiple ways in doing it, like visualization, like you visualize anything that's very uplifting. Like, sometimes I like to visualize being on a beach and just feeling that sand. You just get into deep details of this visualization by, you know, taking deep breaths, and then it helps the visualization becomes more clearer. It's like your mind's eye is becoming more vivid towards what you're visualizing, and more it's like it's starting to become more real, and you start to feel things more like you're actually there. And this is why people will say that they astral project it while meditating. I don't really call it astral projection. I just really see it as you're just in a really deep trance, deep meditation. So yeah, to me that's basically it. So I never astral projected while meditating. Remote viewing, yes, but astral projection, no. And you know, one of the things that I like to visualize as an uplift thing to me is roses, like different kind of roses, like purple, indigo, neon, glowing roses, yellow, anything that you could think of. It's just very beautiful. Like, even like flowing glitter going through the sky, while you can see like the Milky Way changing different neon colors. Like, it's you're very limitless, and you can be creative with your visualizations that can help you raise your vibrations while you're being well grounded. And obviously you start out clearing your mind, and it's good to have a good cleared mind when you're attempting to ground your energy, so it can be a lot more effective. And another way I discovered raising vibrations is transmuting energies around you. You obviously be well grounded, you clear your mind, and then you just be in the moment, and then you feel things like Bruce Lee's quote, "Don't think, only feel." So you feel everything. You feel what it is, even if it's something negative, and then you transmute that with your heart chakra by feeling in your heart that everything's transmuted differently. So I like to transmute energies to love. I like to feel that. I like to let go of judgment while being mindful and being in the moment of everything all around me, even if it's something negative and toxic, even if it's something that people are talking about. You transmute that energy, and you just keep focus on that. It's like people could come up to you and, you know, talk about their problems, and or you could be around somebody who is not feeling so well, and you know, it's like just because they're not feeling so well, it doesn't mean you have to feel that way. Even if you're empathic, you still like you still stay in the moment, and you just continue to focus on a positive vibe, like continue to focus on love or prosperity, or if they're talking about lack or etc. It's like you don't have to take in the negative energy or thoughts or how they feel. You know, you're responsible for yourself, they're responsible for themselves, so you're not responsible for how they're feeling. So it doesn't mean like you don't care. It doesn't mean you're being sarcastic when you're saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." Like, you could truly really mean that, but it doesn't mean you have to like take in that energy. You can still feel well grounded, feeling well, feel high vibration. And you know, some people it may come off as you don't actually care, but you really do. You know, and you know, some people can actually feel that. They can legitimately feel that you do care. So it doesn't mean no, you're a bad person. So it can take a lot of practice to do that, and I think it's pretty cool. So another way to read vibrations, like I mentioned, yoga and qigong. So yoga obviously releases a lot of energy blocks in your body when you're stretching out and staying in a position for like 30 seconds or almost a minute or so, or whatever how you do it. And it is great because when you're stretching, you literally can feel that energy releasing certain areas. And even if you're visualizing doing it, you can feel that. And that's one of my favorite things about meditation is, like, I call it augmented meditation. I could just like sit there and visualize working out, and then like every day I visualize working out, and then I get actual physical results. And this is true, this is part of the law of attraction. You literally can get physical results. And so yeah, with yoga, you're just in the moment. You're grounding your energy, because this is physical exercise, and physical exercise is also raising your vibrations, and you're getting your dopamines going, and it's great, especially just having a smile when you smile at somebody, or just randomly smiling or laughing about something that's funny to you. It gets dopamines and serotonin going, and it raises your vibrations, and you're feeling that joy, and then you're just inviting more joy into your life and to others, because they can feel that off of you. So back to yoga. Yeah, I've been into it for like about 3 years or so. Sorry, I kind of spaced out there, but like 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and I really enjoy it, and it really helps. And I just got into Chi Gong a year ago, and I don't know too much about it. I love to like purchase a book on it or two and looking more into it, and it's very helpful, because as you move slowly, that your energy and your blood is flowing more, and it affects your bones and your muscles and tissue and everything, and it's just going through. And there are different techniques for qigong, and obviously there's energy points, like your hands, that corresponds to specific organs or areas of your body, that helps release those energies, even on your thumb for your pineal gland, or if you have a headache, then you get rid of that. So another way to raise your vibration is obviously affirmations. You make a lot of good positive affirmations. Yesterday I was feeling overwhelmed with thoughts. I deal with excess thinking like almost every day, but like when your vibrations are high, it's like they're gone. Like you're in a good mood, or you're away from toxic people, and then you constantly make these affirmations, and like I am centered, I bring compassionate love out of others, and actually makes you feel better. And it's great, like you say, like, I invited more joy to my life, or I am joy, I am success, I am uplifted, and my energy is uplifting others, and it helps. It's really good, and especially it feels really good to help other people, which is another way to raise your vibes. Is you're just doing it out of your heart. You're not expecting anything in return. You just do it, and it always feels great. And I know that a lot of people can agree with this. We're not one of the people who will brag about it online just to get like validation, but you're truly doing it genuinely from the heart, and it feels really, really good, and it makes you feel proud of yourself. I mean, it's not everybody is used to it, but the more they do it, they start to become like a normal thing, and it feels good. I mean, not everybody will be grateful, and that's okay. Don't have expectations of getting a thank you, or doing anything for you. That's okay. Just do it from the heart without expectations. Be genuine, and it's whatever. Let them go their way. It's all good. And praying for others and sending blessings to others is another way to raise your vibes. And even if somebody's being negative towards you or another person, and you don't have to agree with other people's negativity that's towards someone else just because they don't like them. You just send blessings to them. You pray for them, and if somebody say they're to pray for you, cool. Accept that. That's nice of someone to go out of their way and do that. If somebody's like being cocky about it and from the ego, it's whatever. You genuinely just send it to them, even if they're not doing it for you, and it's whatever. So there are many ways to raise your vibes, and I know that some of you may have an idea or have your own way of doing it, and that's great. And this is a really, really cool thing to do every day of your life, and I hope that everybody can take these practices every day and help yourself, and I genuinely hope that you have a beautiful day. And make sure you share this, subscribe, and send a like, and I will throw down some details of my Facebook page and social medias in the description. and have an amazing day and enjoy it and be safe. Ave.